Did you miss me? I arrived yesterday. I flew into the smallest little airport ever. It was a bit skiddy on landing, but we're here together.
And now our Orkney adventure can begin. So Lynn's is cooking a bit of breakfast. What do you got?
Yes, I've got some mushrooms that I'm doing and some square sausage, but it's square sausage with onion in it. I think it's called lawn.
Right.
I don't know.
Onion lawn. Now I'll stop last and I look at this view if I open this. It's windy out there, guys, but look at that for a view to wake up to. Amazing. So I've been off-grid this whole trip, I think. I don't think I've plugged in electric once, not even at the campsite. I didn't take electric there either. And we're still 72% on the battery, and there's still almost 600 watts coming in on the solar. Oh, and Lindsay's got the kettle on, look, using 2,640 watts. But we're fine. If you don't know, we've got a nice big battery pack in here. I've got 960 amps of lithium, and there's 950 solar on the roof. So off-grid, no problem. And there you go, look at that. I've got the square sausage with mushrooms and a little bit of Tommy sauce. Perfect. Tasty. Sausage a little bit dry.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about as I was cooking it.
It's good.
I'm much more a brown sauce girl.
Breakfast with a view. I'm going to apologise from the off about the audio in these videos from Orkney. It is so bloody windy here. I'll do my best, guys, bear with me. Alright, let's show you the facilities here. They're very basic and they're a bit dirty and they smell. However, I'm not complaining, it's just great to have these facilities here. Jesus Christ, this wind is just fierce. Oh, and back to the van. Whew. Honey, the toilets had been cleaned, but I'm pretty sure they don't sell bleach on this island.
Many hours later.
Right, so we've arrived at the campsite. It's a Point of Ness Campsite in Stromness. Of course, I'll leave a link in the description, but look at this. I'm parked right here. And look at that. What a view. Fantastic. Thanks for this pitch, Phil.
No worries at all, Steve.
While I'm on it, we're here with a group where they've rented the whole campsite, and it's motorhome.com that Phil runs. So if you guys are interested in rallies and things like that and getting involved with stuff like this, although this is probably the last year this is happening, Phil, to this one, but there's other meets and what have you.
Especially when the children were little, we used to come on a lot of motorhome rallies, and our very first one was actually a New Year's Eve meet. But our kids have grown up knowing a lot of the other kids that have grown up at the same time, and we meet the same ones 2-3 times a year.
Right.
And the kids have the best memories.
Isn't it just?
Yeah.
In fact, we've not been to a motorhome meet for probably a couple of years now, I don't think, isn't it? Yeah, there we are.
You've been very busy on your travels.
We've been busy on our travels around the world and Europe
So
and what have you.
forgive you.
Thank you. But it's great to be here with everyone again. I'll leave a link to them in the description. Okay, you may see over there the ferry that's in. That's the ferry that I got on the way over here. The Northlink ferry. What's it called? Hannavoy. There we are. Fantastic. We'll be going back on that next week. So Lynn's is about to cook some dinner. What are you cooking, my love?
I've got some lamb neck fillet. I'm doing new potatoes and salad as well.
And look at the view we have out here. Fantastic. Listen, I've just been for a wander. I left the camera with Lynn's because she's cooking dinner. And I said, have you recorded me much? No. She recorded me nothing. But she has cooked some fantastic lamb, right?
Yes, I've cooked lamb and potatoes, and I've added, because we had some spring onions lurking at the bottom of the fridge, I've added them to the lamb pan, so they've cooked in the juices of the lamb. And I've found some chives and mint, so I'm going to put that with butter for the potatoes. And I've knocked up a salad, and I have pickled an onion in pomegranate vinegar that I've borrowed from Zoe.
Awesome. Looking forward to this.
It's going to be delicious as long as I've not overcooked the lamb, because I don't really know this oven. Are you going to do a swoop over, you think? Because that looks like...
It does. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Fantastic.
I often shy away from cooking properly in the van because it's difficult for 5, but this is just... For 2 is easy.
Right. I mean, it looks good.
The meat has had time to rest, so it won't be hot, but it should taste amazing.
Yeah. And some of your special.
The pickle.
Put that on my salad here. Oh, this is beautiful.
While Steve's doing the washing up, I'm going to tell you about this week's sponsor, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is a virtual private network. They encrypt your data and create a safe tunnel between your device and the internet. I use it whenever I'm on public Wi-Fi. When we're traveling Europe, there's often a cap of like 12 gig on how much data I can use from my own personal plan. And we get through that so quickly. So I use public Wi-Fi's when we're out and about a lot more. The kids absolutely love a completely different feature. They like the fact that Surfshark can help them mask their IP address. Now, your IP address is your physical location, or where the internet thinks your physical location is. By masking their IP address, they can tell the internet that we are back in the UK, but we may be in Greece or Serbia or Canada. And that gives them access to all the shows that they've been watching on the subscriptions that we already pay for back at home. When we were looking for a VPN provider, when we first started travelling, they were one of the only providers that allowed unlimited devices under one account. And that's really important if you're travelling as a family, or if, like Steve, you have loads of devices that you use. If you think Surfshark is something you'd like to try, or if you'd like to learn a little bit more information about it, scan the QR code here or go to surfshark.com/Radfords. Then when you add the code Radfords, you'll get an extra 4 months completely free. And one of the very best things is, if it's not for you, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Sponsors are really important to this channel because they help fund our trips. Thank you, Surfshark. We really appreciate your support.
We've had a lovely evening around the campfire, but it's 10:30 now and it's daylight out there still. Night, my love.
Night.
Catch you in the morning.
Good morning. Today is all about Neolithic sites.
Right, I have been off-grid and wild camping for many days now, I think 5-6 days. So I've just emptied the grey, emptied the loo, topped up the fresh, and we're ready to hit the road. So we've allowed ourselves a couple of days to visit the main island and the little islands that have got roads connecting to it.
Yes, I have found us a route of things, really ancient things that I want to go and have a look at. I don't know what's going to be there and what we can access, but the first stop is a covered cairn.
Right, it is a beautiful day to be exploring this island. The sun is out, it's really nice and warm, and it's not too windy for a change. Now, warning, if you come to Stromness, there is a route straight through the town that you must not take in a large vehicle, even a medium-sized vehicle. There are signs, but someone in the group did take that yesterday, and it didn't go down well. Certainly not with them, and certainly not with the locals. So make sure you stay out of the town and follow the signs to the campsite. Right, we've just failed on the very first one we had planned. Access just looks like I'm going to grind out getting down onto that gravel road, but it's the Unstand Chamber Cairn. What's next, my love?
We're going to go to the Standing Stones, which are just 10 minutes from where we've been parked up. And then we're going to go to Skara Brae, prehistoric village. The Standing Stones of Stenness. We're at the Standing Stones of Stromness, which is nestled between two different locks. There's a henge built around these standing stones, and they think they're over 5,000 years old. They also think they were probably created for ceremonial use, but there's a hearth in the middle, and they found a local village nearby as well, so they're not entirely certain. Isn't that amazing? Oh! Looking at the information boards that are completely free to access as you come into the site. These three stones used to be part of an altar, and in the 70s someone got drunk and somehow managed to knock them over.
Our timing was perfect, wasn't it? Coaches just turned up for people, right?
One of my other favourite stories that I read on the boards was that the local farmer who used to graze the area in the 1800s, he got sick of having to plough around them and eventually started trying to knock them down. There used to be originally, they think, 11 standing stones here, and now you can see there are just 3.
Right, we're going to have a little snack before we move on?
Yes.
Okay, sausage rolls that we just put in the air fryer before we start off there. Just warm them up, lovely. Okay, next up is the Ring of Brodgar, and there's a free walking guide daily at 1 PM. So there's plenty of space in the car park right here, and we're going to walk over there for it. But before you start, there's plenty of boards to read. and Linz does like a good bit of reading.
The route we're following today is all part of the Heart of Neolithic Orkney. So we're travelling north along this route. I'm really excited. This henge and these stones actually date back to before Stonehenge.
No drones allowed. That's right, because I didn't bring mine.
So far they seem to have found 13 different burial mounds. Salt Nose seems to be the biggest of them and dates from around 3,500 to 4,500 years. We've been really lucky again. We were here and it was pretty deserted, but another bus crowd have come. It is a gorgeous walk though.
It is, and it's completely free, unlike Stonehenge, right?
And we've been so lucky with the weather as well. It's 15 degrees today.
And they're having a heat wave at home with 30 degrees apparently.
The only thing that's bothering me is the flies.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I might just have to put some proper clothes on.
Now on the way in at the ranger station, we saw the sign to say that the inner is sometimes closed, and that is the fact today, so we can only walk around the outer circle, but it's beautiful here. And the views are just stunning all around.
Well, in theory, what I've read on the internet is that this should align with the winter solstice. So as the sun comes up, on the winter solstice it should come through. Now we're here for the summer solstice. So shall we consider coming down and having a look at 3 a.m, my love?
We may well. We've been discussing it, and I think we might come down Friday night, camp over here in the car park, and maybe get up at 3 in the morning on Saturday. Maybe.
I remember the days when we would have stayed up till 3.
Right, no.
Stayed up till 5, had 1 hour sleep, then got up and gone to work.
And back to the van, but it's certainly filled up with coaches here. Look at this. They definitely don't like drones here.
I was so happy as we walked through the gate there was a sign that said this walk will take you back 5,000 years.
That's a long walk.
But actually as we walk through there's little markers and milestone markers. The first one I've come to is the first man on the moon in 1969 and 61 for the first man in space.
I guess it's going to just go backward from here, right?
Telephone invented in 1876. The American Declaration of Independence in 1776. But they're perfectly proportioned to the time period as well. The distance equals time.
Okay, we're back to the Inca civilization at 1400 AD.
First Crusade, 1095.
Rome, AD 476. Great Wall of China, 220 BC. Right, we're into BC now.
This has to be one of the most pristine beaches I've ever seen. It's gorgeous.
Isn't it? The Parthenon. Yes. Come on, we've had enough stones now. Come on.
That was one of your favourite things.
It was in Rome, absolutely. Yeah. I enjoyed that.
Stonehenge, 2100 BC. The Pyramids of Giza.
That's enough of the stones now, surely.
Skara Brae, 3100 BC.
Okay, we're at the end.
So Skara Brae was inhabited for several centuries. People think about between 80 and 100 people lived here at the capacity. It was started off as a scatter community and became more organised over time. It was completely hidden for many centuries, and then a storm came in and uncovered the sand dunes that were protecting it to reveal, well, not what's here now, this has been excavated, but to reveal this history that you can walk through.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next, we took a walk up this beautiful staircase to visit Scale House.
Okay, we paid £16 each and have spent just over an hour here. We explored the ancient village, which was amazing. And then we also went in and looked around Scale House as well. And there's so much history from completely different periods to explore when you're in this area.
What do you think of that, eh? When coloured bathroom suites were a thing.
I had a Cindy house and I think the bathroom was that shape.
There's been plenty to read for Lyndsay here, but this has got a family tree, the Lairds of Broch on it. Interesting?
I love a family tree.
You love all kinds of trees, you. What have you worked out?
Right, okay. So the 12th Laird should have actually been Walter, but he died in 1948, age 15. So instead of passing to him, the title passed over to his cousin, Malcolm. And actually, when I was reading the information, he didn't know a lot about his family and this house. He's gone through and reconstructed it over the years and took a few years to renovate the house and get it ready for the public.
Right, fantastic. It's great to share it though, isn't it? Perfect.
I like the idea that perhaps by accident, because don't forget the dunes covered the ancient village, I like to think that the people who built the house were somehow related or ancestors of the people who lived in the village. Probably not though.
So we've arrived at the Brough of Birsay, have parked up, let's go and have a look. Right, we've made it to the top of the island and there's plenty of parking space here.
Yes, I had dud information. I should have checked it for myself, which is really frustrating. The information I had was that get here for about 3:30 and that would be the perfect time to visit, but actually that's when it's going to be at its peak again.
Absolutely.
It's coming in.
So here it is here, and you'll see the path is just starting to be underwater.
So I'm quite up for a swim.
Or paddle maybe.
Or a paddle.
No, we'll come back another day.
I'm excited because there are Viking village remains, there are the puffins, and there's also a lighthouse as well. So
Yeah,
I'm
and
very excited.
It's meant to be a magical place, so we're going over there at some stage, but not today, I don't think.
No.
Right, should we go and grab some lunch and then explore the village?
Let's do it.
All right. So what you rustled up for our lunch, my love?
So we've got the stuffed pasta, homemade garlic bread. This is just salad that I've knocked together with last night's pickled onions. Remember, I did it in the pomegranate vinegar. New favourite thing. There you
Love
go,
it.
my love.
Okay. That looks amazing. Thank you, my love. Bon appetito.
Need salt and pepper. Well, I've been cleaning up after dinner. Steve's been out making friends and building a tent.
Well, dinner was perfect. Just exactly what we wanted. But I've been helping this chap here pitching his tent up. You seen it? So he's going to pitch his tent there for up to a week and then he'll move around the island. But he's going to be on the island here till September. He's got 3 months. Brilliant. And what you got here is these little picnic area come fire pit area here, and it's got a surround to keep the wind off there. So there's 3 of them here as well. Honestly, wild camping on this island is welcomed as long as you respect, as he said, all I'll leave is a little mark where the tent's been and nothing else. So perfect. Now, whilst I've been helping put the tent up and having a chat with him, Lynn's been chilling over here reading her Kindle. All right, my love.
It's absolutely glorious.
Isn't it?
But I think we need to go into the town and get an ice cream.
Let's do that. But this place is magical and I want to come back here and spend the night here. What do you reckon? Yeah, and go over to the island and see the puffins, yeah? Okay, let's head in and see the palace.
Yeah.
What have you got?
I've got the most amazing creamy ice cream, some toffee sauce and a flake, £3.40.
Right, the van's parked just over there and we've come to see Earl's Palace Birsay.
Yes, it's the ruins of Earl's Palace Birsay.
Right.
But there's a really handy picture to show you what it would look like. This is another fabulous free thing to do. We're walking around the ruins of the Earl's Castle. It was first created by the illegitimate son of King James V. Bloody hell, it's amazing. In the 1500s as well.
Hey, this is amazing, isn't it? Another amazing place.
What a stunning place.
Right. What's up, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello, doggy. How are you doing? Oh, hello. There we are. I got a new friend. It's a lovely cat in the middle of nowhere. Oh.
Ooh, the temperature's dropped a little bit. We've come into the middle of the Broch here at Ness, and a Broch was a central tower it's circular. It was often between 6 metres and 13 metres high. This one has an almost intact village around it as well, so you can see the ruins of the village. Quite often Brochs were made by master builders because the only thing holding them up is dry stone wall. It's friction and it's gravity stopping these walls coming down, which is incredible. There are thought to be about 500 of these Brochs across the whole of Scotland, with 50 of them here on Orkney. And it's probably the same master builders that would go to each of the sites to oversee the building, because it was a massive, massive feat of engineering. After the Pictish people moved on from here, it's thought that the Vikings also used this area as a burial site because the remains of a Viking woman have been found with artefacts.
So is that everything you had earmarked for today done?
Yes, we have done. Oh, well, no, we didn't go across to Birsay. That's a thing.
Right.
So we've done everything from like 5,000 years ago to 2,000 years ago.
Right.
We missed the Vikings so far.
Right, so we now need to decide if we're going to wild camp tonight or head back to Stromness to the campsite.
Yes.
Right, on the way back to the campsite, we decided to pull into Stromness to get maybe some food for this evening, but Lynn's has found an estate agent and she's checking out the prices. What are they like, Lynn's?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. We could retire here very easily. You could get a 2-bedroom bungalow with gorgeous grounds for 150 grand.
Wow.
Or a 5-bedroom substantial former bank house here in Stromness for 255 grand. 5 bedrooms for 255.
Right.
However, I wouldn't do either of those.
What would you do?
I'd buy this piece of land here with incredible views out over the ocean and islands and everywhere for 100 grand.
Love it. We'll take it. Right, come on, let's maybe find some fish and chips for tonight, yeah?
Okie doke.
Right, I've taken a walk through town where there is a 3-ton weight limit to bring the vehicle through here, and this is the tricky bit here. I think this will be the challenging bit with the buildings so close to each other. I think we may be touching mirrors down here. Yeah, definitely do not bring your large motorhome through Stromness. We could do Chinese, but I fancy fish and chips. How about you?
Let's do that then.
Yeah. Honey, the Pier Bistro and Takeaway, this do you?
Let's give it a go, yeah.
All right, fantastic. Right, Chippy's really busy, so we've put our order in and we're going to have to wait a little while, but that's okay. It's good they're busy. But Lindsay's ordered a cup of tea and I've got my first iron brew. Well, my first of the trip one.
What flavour is iron brew?
It's iron brew flavour.
Okay, because we were never allowed it as children. We didn't
Have a
drink.
go.
We didn't drink fizzy.
No? Go on, girl, get it down you. Iron brew. There you go. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of iron brew? Well, there you go. I got fish and chips, and Lynn's has gone for scampi and chips. Yay! Did you want some of my mushy peas, my love? Okay. Well, that was so good. I've ordered another one. How's your dinner?
Oh, it's lovely.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, mine's lovely too. Oh, it's perfect. Thank you. We'll leave a link to this in the description. It's lovely here, isn't it?
It's a really, really pretty town, actually. It's some amazing looking houses.
Beautiful. Look at that there. And the van is parked just here. So whilst Lynn's has gone for a little walk to try and find some seals, me and Marcus are enjoying a beer. Cheers, mate. And I'm noticing the ferry for this evening is just coming in. It's a little bit choppier than it was earlier, but I tell you now, Phil was showing me some footage earlier of how choppy this gets. Even in June, the boats are coming up out of the water. It'd be terrifying to be on. So this is not choppy whatsoever.
Quite calm.
Right.
Compared to
Yes. There it is. But the vehicles rock around in it, and if there's any damage to your vehicle, you're not covered on the insurance. So
it's alright.
yeah, you're not covered. Yeah. They've got a waiver on it. Any damage, yeah. I mean, they chain the vehicles down, but if there's damage, you're responsible for it.
I've not had enough walking or history today, so I thought I'd follow the coast path round, and I've come towards the Ness battery of Stromness. Unfortunately, it's all closed off and you can't see it, but the views here are spectacular. I can see 3 lighthouses, I think. The sun's just there, giving the most gorgeous light. What a nice evening for a little walk on my own. I'm not going to lie, I was hoping to see seals, and I haven't seen any, but the views are stunning. God, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Blowing a bit of a gale, and it's not the warmest anymore, but it's still worth a walk. As I walk around, there's still plenty of these information boards explaining about the local wildlife and also about the gun battery, and it's just free to go and have a look and explore. I love it here. I'm on my way back to the campsite now, and I can just see some of the vans behind me. But right here is the original Stromness RNLI lifeboat station that was created in 1867, and the money from that came from a fellow Bradford fella, Sir Titus Salt, who actually created the new model mill in Saltaire. The first lifeboat was called the Saltaire.
Right, they're huddled here behind the van because it is windy again this evening and chilly, and Lynn's has already gone in, and I'm not going to be far behind her. So we pick you guys up in the morning.
Well, we all van lifers.
Oh.
Right, John Boy.
See you guys in the morning.
Bye.
Right, we're both shattered. Look at it, it's nearly 10 o'clock. Daylight out there still, of course. I'm catching up with some Mark McCann. He is one of my favourites, Mark McCann. Actually, this is his second channel and all. Brilliant. And Lynn's. I'm
snuggled up reading my book. It might be a van, but we've got our own space. I love that.
Isn't it? In your happy place. Isn't it? It's been a great day, isn't it?
It is rocking a little bit in the wind, though. I've noticed that.
Maybe we should put the legs down.
Maybe. We'll be alright. We'll be rocked to bed. That's what we'll do. Rocked to sleep.
We've had one of the best days ever today, haven't we?
It's been so great. We've done loads of exploring. It's been so good.
Isn't it? And the same again tomorrow, hopefully.
Yes.
So listen, I hope you've enjoyed the video.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have, give it a thumbs up. And listen, if you're not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing. And we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.